Hey, what's up? It's Ollie here. So today I want to tell you why I don't really negotiate when it comes to getting products from China. Why I don't really bother trying to squeeze out a few more pennies from a shipment. And there's a big reason why this isn't my focus when I'm importing a private label product. So I had a question yesterday from somebody I'm coaching, and they said, how do I know if I'm speaking to a wholesaler when I'm speaking to someone on Alibaba, or if I'm speaking to a broker, or if I'm speaking to a manufacturer, or if I'm speaking to some kind of middleman who's like connecting you with a factory when I'm sourcing products from these Chinese suppliers? And this is like a good question because, you know, if you source a product from, say, a broker, a wholesaler, or a middleman, and it's not from a factory, then this could result in, you know, $1 to $2 extra cost per unit, because these guys want to put a little bit of markup on the products that you're buying, right? So he was trying desperately to avoid speaking to anything other than manufacturers when he was getting his products imported. So I said to him, look, okay, first thing, man, the difference this is going to be is about $1 to $2 per unit. Most of the cases, sometimes it's a little bit more, sometimes it's a little bit less, but that's what we're talking about. And I said to him, look, at the moment, you know, we're doing a test batch. He was getting a very, very small batch of products, like 50 units imported, to see if they were going to sell. So I said to him, look, at this point in time, it really doesn't matter who you're sourcing your products from, because we only want a small batch anyway. But then I thought it would be a good opportunity for me to tell him a little bit about my attitude when it comes to sourcing products. Now, some people try as hard as they possibly can to squeeze every last penny out of the manufacturer. They'll try and bring the price down, bring the price down, bring the price down as much as they possibly can, and they'll keep speaking to as many suppliers as possible until they get an unbelievably cheap price per unit for the cost of manufacturing goods. Now, this is an okay strategy, right? It's something you should do. You should negotiate a little bit, but I don't really focus on it, and here's why. Once you've found like a really hot product, let's say you found, you know, a really, really hot product opportunity, okay, and it's going, you know, it's got high demand, it's got low competition, you know, it's not going to be a hassle, and it fills a gap in the marketplace, right? You know, it's got all the elements of the smash hit product radar that I talk about. It's a hot product, it's doing tons of money per month. There's kind of two things you need to focus on to get this to sell. Right, there's one side of the equation, which is sourcing the product, okay, and there's the other side of the equation, which is marketing the product. So sourcing it is getting it from the supplier in China, right? So organizing this import and getting it shipped in and getting it modified and all that stuff. And there's marketing, which is, you know, doing your listing on Amazon, doing your SEO, making it look really attractive, getting it to sell with things like sponsored ads. So the most amount that you're going to be able to save by negotiating and being, you know, playing hardball with your suppliers is like $1 to $2. But on the other side of things, on the marketing side of things, if you do things like, say, bundle your product with other products, okay, and sell it as maybe like a set, or if you know, offer more features with your product and make it really, really, really attractive, you like make it better quality than the other products in the marketplace, okay, if you have really good branding and, you know, packaging, and it looks really professional, the upside in terms of profit that you're going to be able to get from your product, I mean, I've been able to charge like upwards of £10 extra per unit on the marketing side of things. So everyone else in the marketplace has been selling their product for £15. I've been able to sell for £25, £30 because I've done these things on the other side of the equation. So just making your product look like it's worth more money will get you so much more profit than trying to squeeze every last penny out of your manufacturer, leaving them with no margin and trying to drive a really, really, really hard bargain, stressing yourself out at this end of the equation. So the point I'm trying to make here is, rather than, you know, worrying about all of this stuff and trying to save $1 or $2, be as creative as you can with your marketing side of things, and that's how you become the most profitable seller in your whole niche, right? Because there's no end to how much you can charge with your product. Now, another thing I want to add on to this is when you're selling your product, always test your price. Like, I had one product that was selling really, really, really well at $24.99, and I thought to myself, well, if it's selling really well at this price, why don't I just try bumping it up? So I increased it to $29.99. Guess what happened to the sales? For some reason, they stayed exactly the same. I don't know what it was, maybe because $24.99 to $29.99 isn't too much of a jump. Then I put the product up to $35.99 or $34.99, I think it was. And then what happened to the sales? At this point, there was a steep decline. So I knew that somewhere around $29.99 was where I was going to get the most profit, the highest volume of sales, without losing out on customers because I increased my price. Not one of the people who bought it for $24.99 cared when I sold it at this price. Okay, they didn't pay any attention. They got their product, they're happy, and I left the price there. So I was able to charge like £10 more than all the other customers in the marketplace, and it's because of all of this stuff. So when you're sourcing products, don't stress out too much about whether it's a wholesaler or a supplier or a broker or a middleman or whatever it is, right? Just focus on how you can market your product better than everyone else in the marketplace. Now, if you want to discuss this further and you want to talk about how we can put these strategies in place to build you a six-figure business, then there's a quick link below that you can fill in. It's just an application form, and we can get on the phone and actually talk about your plan to hitting your goals of an Amazon business. It's called an Amazon Accelerator call. It's a one-to-one call, and we can talk about your plan. So apply below, click the link. It's a 2-minute application, and if we're a good fit, I'll talk to you on the phone about how I can help. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care, keep believing, and I can't wait for you to launch your creatively marketed private label product on Amazon.